Happy Thursday, everybody. This is Samantha, and I am here after this wonderful New Year and Merry Christmas to start talking a little bit about law of attraction. This is something that I have taken a huge interest in for the last maybe year or so, and I'm being lazy today and sitting on my couch. I'm trying to get level here. I'm sorry. And I have had some wonderful things happen to me in the course of it. And so I had a friend who I'm working with that said to me the other day, "You are so helpful." And she was laughing and telling me that she should give me her Blue Cross Blue Shield number and that I should charge her insurance company for all the help I give her and guidance with law of attraction and just helping her with an overall attitude and just making her life a little bit better. And she's had some great success so far. Law of attraction and manifesting is something we do naturally every single day. And you'll see situations, and I was trying to get some examples together. But one of the prime examples that comes to mind is when you think of a person that you haven't seen for a long time, and then all of a sudden they surface. You see them, you hear from them, or you get a message from them, or you see them on Facebook and you hadn't seen them before. That is manifesting. That's law of attraction. And we do it subconsciously and we don't even know we're doing it. What we're doing now is picking and choosing the things we want, and we're doing it on a conscious level. But the goal is to get it to be in your subconscious mind. As we go through, I will share with you some things I've learned about techniques and tricks and things like that. But what you need to do is find what's right for you and stick with it and go with that thing. What's right for one person is not right for the other. And the big thing is what you'll hear some different things is living in the end. So, whatever it is that you desire, you have to act today as if you already have it. So, for instance, I was listening to something yesterday. I don't remember who was saying it, but if you want something to happen on, let's use Christmas, you wanted to spend Christmas Day with a specific person, or you wanted to be invited to a specific party for New Year's, you in your head would think and visualize that time frame. So New Year's Eve was on Tuesday. So on Thursday, you would be feeling Tuesday. You would be in your mind thinking, it's Tuesday, it's New Year's Eve, I want this to happen. And you would literally feel as if you were already there for New Year's Eve. Um, Another example, he was talking about if it was Sunday. And he used Sunday as an example because for many people, Sunday is a church day. And you can you can get the feel of what a Sunday feels like. It's a calm day. You can hear the church bells, maybe hear the church music, you can hear the prayers, and you get a feel for what Sunday feels like, if that makes any sense. And so you have a goal and you would like that goal to happen on Sunday or by Sunday. And so you, in your mind, think, I am going to have this happen on Sunday. And then you feel, you visualize, or you feel, you go into your imagination, and we'll go into so much. There's so much stuff to talk about. You go into your imagination, you feel like what it feels like on Sunday. Maybe for you, Sunday is a lazy day or you're doing laundry. And so you just get a feel for what your Sunday feels like. And this is what's going to happen on Sunday. And you think about that thing that's going to happen and you get the feel for the Sunday. The big thing about consciously manifesting is You'll hear different things about high vibrations or being in a good mood and like attracts like, etc., etc. But feeling it and believing it are going to be the biggest things, and not dwelling in it. And there is a huge manifesting guru out there, Neville Goddard. Um, I struggle with his readings because of the way he speaks, but I believe in what he says, and I listen to other people interpret him for me because he speaks such old time and he references the Bible a lot and stuff. And sometimes it's a little hard to understand, but basically, he wanted to manifest a trip to Barbados because that's where his family was from. And his coach was teaching him how to manifest. And he kept saying that he wanted to be in Barbados. And his coach said to him, how can you be in Barbados? How can you want to be in Barbados if you're already there? So the point of that is that whatever it is that you want in your head, you have to use your imagination and say, I already have it. Even though it's not in your 3D world yet, it's still floating around in the 5D, in the ethereal world. You eventually believe it so much that it is, and you feel it in your heart, and you have the feeling for it, you have the joy for it, you have the gratitude for it, that it comes to you. And the more you second guess it and the more you doubt it, the longer it will take to get to you. So you have to find that place where you truly believe that it's there. So some things that, manifesting is, you'll hear of law of attraction, law of assumption. They'll kind of go hand in hand. Law of assumption is assuming that you have it. It's just assuming that you have it. And then the law of attraction, others will use that kind of loosely, but also the law of attraction is, there's a couple different steps. The law of assumption is assuming that you have it. The law of attraction is you got it. It came to you. But really there's 3 steps. You ask, you believe, and then you receive. So you put it out there to the universe what it is that you want. Do you want a better job? Do you want a better relationship? Do you want a new relationship, or do you want the relationship you're in to be better? There are so many things. You have so much control and so much power over your life. But then you believe it with no doubt and with all the conviction in the world that you have it already. Even though you have to wait for it, you have it, and you believe you have it. Then one day you're going to wake up and it's going to be there. And because you had no doubts. And there's the feeling and gratitude. There's a lot that goes with it. You don't always have to be bubbly and having high vibration, but you find the technique. Some people visualize. One true thing that is pretty true for everybody is if you put what you're desiring into your mind before you fall asleep, your subconscious takes over and puts it in your mind and sets it in motion for you. And that's the big thing, because your subconscious mind is what takes care of your manifesting. Because our conscious minds, we're right here. We see all the stuff that's going on all day long. And sometimes it's hard to stay focused. So when you do these things, especially at bedtime, it's the best time. Neville says that as well. It's the best time to do your technique. If you're visualizing, you kind of go into your imagination. If you're scripting, you're writing it down. You could be just doing speech and talking. Some people just prefer to say it out loud. I can visualize. I prefer to script it and write it down. And then I repeat. I like to say it out loud so I can hear it. I try to say at the end, or I generally say at the end, it is done. This is what I want. This is how I want it to be. And then you have to let it be. They call it messing with the middle. You just let the universe perform its magic and let it come to you. You may have a crazy desire to do something someday and you have no idea why you want to do that. And you do it, and then maybe that person you like, or there was something you wanted to buy and you just had this crazy idea to go somewhere, and there that thing was you wanted and it's on sale, or you went outside to do something, you all of a sudden you had the urge to go gardening and you don't know why, and you have a crush on the gardener and he was outside mowing the lawn, or just whatever. um, and eventually I'll share some different things with you. Really, it's creating what you want. You are the master creator of your life. You create what you want. You can create money, jobs, people, relationships. You can create a relationship with a specific person. We're going to get into free will and all that stuff. Just remember, you're always manifesting. So you can manifest negative along with positive. An example I saw yesterday that I really, really, and really thought was funny is how you word it. So if you want ice cream and you don't want vanilla, but you keep saying, I don't want vanilla, but you keep getting vanilla because you keep saying the word vanilla. If you want strawberry, then say, I want strawberry. Don't say, I don't want vanilla, because the universe hears the word vanilla. You said you wanted ice cream. You keep saying vanilla. What's the problem? I keep giving you vanilla. I want ice cream. I want strawberry. It's so simple, and it really is, but you have to bring it down like this to say, to make it realize how simple it really is. And back to Neville, he got a free ticket to Barbados, and he got to go to Barbados and see his family. And so he got what he wanted because he lived in his mind as if he was in Barbados. And he has many other stories about wanting to get released from the army and envisioning himself at night when he was going to sleep in his apartment his apartment in New York, and he would visualize seeing his wife and his family and being in New York and be in New York, and then he was released from the army and got to go home, and he would feel what it felt like to be home, and he would lay in his cot. So he's got a lot of testimony and a lot of stories, and I'll pick and choose and share some with you just to make it easier. Um, I had some notes, and I just wanted to make sure for this initial talk that I didn't miss anything. So what I wanted to do, so basically, again, law of attraction is just picking and choosing what you want in your life. Um, I have some interesting things that have happened to me. Some are just so small, and some are huge. And one day I wrote down, while I was writing down um, some affirmations and some gratitude. I do a lot of journaling now. Um, I do a lot of affirmations, a lot of I am statements, because I I need to feel better about myself to have other people feel good about me. And you may have heard it, if you don't love yourself, how can you expect people to love you? So you do have to love yourself. And we'll get into more of that, but I'll tell you someday about how I manifested my TV. I wrote it down. 3 days later, I was being awarded a free TV. So, and had no idea it was something that was coming. And basically wrote it down that I received this TV. Even said out loud, I don't know how I'm going to get it, but I'm going to get it. And 3 days later, I was getting it. So there's a lot to be said about it. Um, but what I want you to do, let's do a test and something a little bit fun. And I'm going to try to do this every time I do a video. And I'm going to try to do several videos a week. And we're going to kind of compile on top of it. So I hope today wasn't too crazy and going around. And I hope everybody kind of understands where I'm coming from. And I will fine tune this and get better as I go. I'll still do some of the tarot readings. And I'm going to try to incorporate the manifesting into the tarot. So if I feel that something is coming up that's not so positive, help you find a way to take the tarot, because even though tarot is fortune telling, um, you can still change it. You can always change it. If it's something positive, you want to go with it, you can create it to stay and be even more positive. Something's going negative, you can say, this isn't my world. This isn't what I want. I'm changing this, and you can. So I want to create that for you. I'm still into the tarot. When I'm manifesting something, I don't pull my own cards and I don't have people read for me because it interferes with my basically with my attitude. If I get something a little negative, and then I can spiral and become very negative and start to doubt. And so when it comes to me and I'm manifesting something specific, I stay away from tarot. Day to day tarot, if I don't have anything in my mind that I want, that's fine. Just kind of feel like how are things going with me? Um, but I want everybody to close their eyes, and I want you to envision a purple rose. Any shade of purple that you want, but just envision it how you want. And in your mind, see this purple rose. And I'm going to close my eyes and do it with you. And I want you to see it and feel how soft the rose petals are. And even smell the rose and how pretty that rose smells. And maybe you pricked your finger on the thorn on the stem of the rose. And just look at this rose for a second. And twirl it around in your hand. Again, just smell how beautiful it is and feel how soft those petals are. And that's it. And open your eyes. Comment below when you see your purple rose. That is what manifesting is, creating something. So, for all my watchers, thank you. Like and subscribe if this is a path you want to go on, because I intend to continue on and give you more and more ideas, getting to the nitty gritty and compiling so that you can go back and watch the videos and say, okay, let's try this or let's try this, giving you different techniques to find the one that works for you. You don't have to keep switching techniques. When you find one that works for you, or you find one that makes you comfortable and you're like, oh, I like the way this feels, I want to do this, go with it. There are so many techniques out there, and we'll talk about them. Pick the one that's right with you and go for it. Like I said, what I'm finding that works best for me is writing it, speaking it, and then just living it in my heart. So again, this is Samantha, and thank you for your time. And I look forward to going down this path with all of you, teaching you what I learned, learning more, learning together, getting your ideas, and seeing everybody's successes. So take care and have a great night and Happy New Year.